Hey guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 27th of July. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you today, and I'm using the Witch's Tarot for today's reading, and I think the back of the cards are really apt for today because today is an amazing day. We have a total lunar eclipse happening, and it's a total lunar eclipse that's also a full moon in Aquarius. I've made a separate video on this. It's about 30 minutes long, and I'd really like to encourage you to watch that video because this eclipse is one of the most amazing eclipses I've seen for as long as I've been doing astrology. It combines your personal passions with also helping other people. So a lot of people are going to find that they have a desire and a passion and a kind of zest for life in a certain area that they're able to carry out, and that has a positive knock-on effect to the world. So it's really going to be a great opportunity for people to find something they care about, and a nice side effect is that it's going to help everyone else. And as far as, you know, astrological events are concerned, that's pretty amazing. Plus, when a full moon is interrupted, because it's an eclipse, the effects last 6 months. So this is going to really shape the rest of 2018. So please have a look at that. It's called Total Lunar Eclipse, Full Moon in Aquarius, 27th of July 2018, Gregory Scott. So if you just type in eclipse, Gregory Scott, Aquarius, you'll find it, or something like that. I want to have a look at what the cards have to say about this, because the cards will tap into all the energy that's floating around. Astrological energy, people's energy, you know, the way we're manifesting things, the vibration of humanity, what people... There are several influences that we have. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Six of Cups. So, the Eight of Cups is someone walking away from a wonderful situation because they have bigger and brighter things planned. She has a wonderful home, her parents love her, she's provided for, she has a clothing, she's taught piano and embroidery, but she doesn't like that. She wants to be a film star. So she's leaving behind the security and comfort of her home, which is lovely, and she has a lot of good things in her life, and she's leaving that to become something bigger, to pursue her dream. Today, that's in reverse, and it's interesting because what you focus on is what you have right now and how you feel about that. So an understanding of what you've got, first of all, evaluating that and seeing that it really does have value, rather than dismissing your past life and going for something new. The cards are saying, don't run off at the first immediate thought you get today, because it's a powerful energy. Don't go traipsing off to Hollywood and saying, I'm going to be a film star. Or you just have the immediate idea, I'm going to be I want to be an electrician. You wouldn't associate that with this card, but that's the thing that came to mind. I want to be an electrician. I just had the thought 5 minutes ago, I'm going to do it. That kind of guidance is ego guidance. It's loud, it's quick, and it's urgent. It feels like you have to do this now. Higher self-guidance is repetitive, it's quiet, and you have to kind of strain to listen to it. So today, it's saying don't take huge actions, don't run around, look at what you've got, and see which parts of your life you really love and value, and the parts that you don't value so much. So it's a spring clean, it's a process of elimination, and really opening your eyes and being able to look at your emotional states and what's going on without reacting. The next card is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about preparing, meditating, getting ready for a battle, getting ready to make a decision, and preparing for the obstacles that are to come. it's the suit of swords, which has to do with ideas and thinking. So she's thinking about battle. She's thinking about competition. She feels threatened. She feels that communication is over and we're going to have to resort to violence here because there is a complete disconnect between her and her enemy's opponents. And that's why she's preparing for war, because something's going to happen. That card is in reverse, which means that today is a powerful day that's going to feel somewhat conflicting, because this card and this card, they're both asking you to go and take action. They're both saying, go and just do it, which is exactly the opposite of what I said here. Traipsing off to Hollywood to become a film star because suddenly it occurred. So that is something that's going to happen today. You're going to be flooded with lots and lots of ideas. And rather than dropping everything and throwing your whole life up in the air and saying, okay, that one just came in, I love that idea, I'm just going to immediately do it. What I would recommend instead, because this is an amazing eclipse that is going to really flood you with ideas, instead of acting, I would get out a piece of paper and I would write down the things that you receive via the universe on this day, and that you calmly look at them, and tomorrow you look at them again and you do the same thing, a process of elimination, and you carefully meditate on it until you find the one goal that feels absolutely right and that you're going with. The Six of Swords is someone who's on a journey, someone who's getting who's getting somewhere, someone who's going from A to B. But what he's doing is he's carrying his thinking with him. These swords are his thoughts, and some are good and some are faulty beliefs. So what we're saying is that if you rush off into this new situations, you haven't changed your thinking, and you're going to make the same mistakes that you've made in the past because your thinking really hasn't changed, and you're just traipsing off into something that seems exciting, that seems like a quick fix, and you want to gallop towards that. And today, you need to exercise some self-discipline and say, that idea really excites me, but I'm going to write it down instead of immediately doing it, because tomorrow I will have a clearer head. I will be able to look at my list of things, and I will calmly be able to see what is a real passion of mine that can help other people, and is this something that I've been thinking about for a while? And if the answer is yes, if you had the idea a couple of months ago, or a year ago, or even 5 years ago, or as a child, then you know that that's higher self-guidance, and that can stay on your list. If it's something that's just occurred to you on this day, it's from the ego. So today is a wonderful opportunity to find your life purpose that's going to help other people. But obviously the ego is involved, and the ego doesn't want everyone to find their life purpose, which is going to help other people, because then we'd have peace on earth and we'd have a human family that loved and cared for each other. The ego doesn't want that. The ego wants us to be in conflict with each other, with ourselves, and wants us to remain unhappy so that we reincarnate and come back and do it all over again. The planet is the planet of the ego, so of course, when there's this great opportunity for you, the ego is going to feel really threatened and is really going to bring up all of its big guns to try and keep you from getting to where you want to go. And the way it distracts you today is just by saying, oh, this is amazing, go run off and do it. And go make a major mistake and forget about everything else. So easy does it, cool your heels today. It's a day of, yes, being excited, but try and sit still and look at things and really be discerning, use your discernment and tap into things. Ask your guides, your ancestors, your angels, the universe, your higher self to help you with this list and say, what area or which path is for my highest good and for the highest good of everyone else? And you'll be able to go through the list, and when you get to the right one, you'll get that feeling of calm and warmth and peace. And when you have that, that's what you do. If you struggle with this, if spirituality or prayer or meditation or introspection is something that you've never ever done before, for instance, if this is the first one of my videos that you've watched and you're a confirmed atheist and you find this somewhat interesting but you're a skeptic, and you're looking for purpose in life, or you don't know what you're supposed to do for work, or you don't know why you're here, and you really haven't had a lot of practice listening to your own guidance, that's where people like myself come in, because in a personal reading, I use the tarot, I use astrology and numerology, I combine them all, and by doing that, the astrology chart in particular gives me a blueprint of your soul. I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. I can draw up the chart. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise, or I can rectify the chart. Get in touch with me for more information on that. Then I have the blueprint. It tells me what your life purpose is, what your work talents are, whether the two are interconnected or not, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what's destined for you in love and travel and destiny and your future, and also of course then looking at what's coming up in certain areas. If you do have questions about compatibility with a partner, or am I in the right job, am I living in the right place, should I be doing something totally different, I feel dissatisfied in my job, or I love this job for the first 5 years and I'm bored, I don't know what to change to though. Questions like that are really, really perfect for astrology, because it's a wonderful tool along with these other divination systems to answer them, because it allows me to tap into my intuition and to get messages from the universe, plus the systems in themselves guide you. So if you do have any questions, then get in touch with me for a private reading. I forgot to add up the numbers here. We've got 8 and 4 is 12 and 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 in numerology is spirituality and completion. You're closing off one chapter of your life, really today. You have the potential to really close a chapter of your life. If you've been behaving a certain way for 3 years, you can draw a line under this and get your ideas today or the research, and then tomorrow you can decide, that was my past, I am now going in this direction, and this eclipse can be life-changing, and it will be life-changing for many, many people. But the key is spirituality and completion. And spirituality is basically listening to your own feelings, listening to your own guidance, and differentiating between ego guidance and higher self guidance. And that's all you need to do today. Close your eyes for a minute, check in with yourself, and really see what comes up. It's an amazing and important day. The moon in itself is going to be a blood moon. So if you're out and about and you can actually see it, it happens at 10:42 in the morning in the UK. So that's 5:42 a.m. on the East Coast. It's 2:42 a.m. on the West Coast. If you're in Dubai or India or UAE or Thailand or Australia or New Zealand, it's going to be later on during the day. Maybe even in Australia and New Zealand, it might be dark already, so you might be able to see it. So I think our Australian friends need to send us some pictures of this blood moon. Regardless whether you see it or not, the energy is going to affect you. So again, I think the main thing is cool your heels, don't overreact, don't immediately take uninformed action, and listen to your feelings and let it sink in and do the work, and tomorrow decide. It's too much transformation and it's too much info for you to cope with on one day and to be able to make a decision. You have to sleep on it. Okay, so have a fabulous day. Please do watch the video, I'll put the link in the description on the total eclipse. Have a fabulous day. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just hit the subscribe button. It helps me loads and loads. There's nothing, yeah. And I will speak to you tomorrow. Check out some of my other videos. I do weekly horoscopes, I do daily tarot readings, I do vlogs, I do the monthly predictions for each sun sign. So have a look at those as well. And I wish you a wonderful, transformative, and happy, joyous day. All the best, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.